Hi everybody, I'm Jonathan, messenger for the spirit world. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. I have a gentleman with me um, called Mr. Barraclough. Now, Mr. Barraclough passed um, around about a year ago, and he's just come back to tell a lady called Sylvia, who was his friend. Um, in life, he okay. Okay. In life, he worked for the local council. He says they used to call them rent collectors, but he says I just used to go around really. He says and have a cup of tea with people and see why they hadn't paid the rent. He says I were everybody's friend really. He says I didn't go by rules. He lived in, thank you, Blackburn area in Lancashire. And he's telling me, he says I didn't always want to be a rent collector. He says I wanted to be a paratrooper in the army, and he went to join the army when he was a youngster, and he found he'd got flat feet, so he couldn't join the army, and he certainly couldn't become a paratrooper and jump out of planes. So he says that were it really. He says I went into accountancy, and I learned how to be an accountant. He says, and I stayed in accountancy until I joined the council, and then he became a rent collector. He says the only reason I became a rent collector, he says, these are his words, not mine, is because I could add up. So that's why they gave me. It's obviously a joke, a tongue-in-cheek joke. He's got quite a sense of humour, very dry, very well-spoken man, a very nice man. He's saying that he used to go around to Sylvia's every other week for a pot of tea and a fairy cake. He says, and he says she never used to pay rent on time. He says it was unbelievable. He says I used to have to go around and say, "Come on," and he'd even pay it for her, and so that she didn't fall into it. He's a genuinely nice man. He's saying that every time he used to go around to where she lived on a housing estate, the children used to run to him and say, "Hello, Mr. Barraclough. Hello, Mr. Barraclough." And if the ice cream man was around, he used to buy them all an ice cream. He says he's not supposed to, but he says I did. He says I was brought up in a different time. He says and where you didn't speak to strangers, and the people that you didn't know were your friends. He says, and I was a friend, and but he says all the children used to come to me because they knew they'd get an ice cream. He says it used to cost me a fortune. Bless him. Anyway, he's just saying that thank you for going to his funeral. He was there. He did come through and see himself at the funeral and see who liked him and who didn't. And he's saying that I won't be able to go to bingo with you anymore, as you've noticed. He says, and we won't be able to go for that dance because he used to like to go at ballroom dancing. And he's saying that I can't do that now with you. He says, I'll have to wait till you come over to me, he says, and we'll go dancing every day. And again, that's a tongue-in-cheek joke, I feel. Okay, really is a nice man. Okay. Right, he says every Tuesday you used to overdo it with the hairspray when you'd been to the hairdressers and used to put nearly a can of hairspray on your hair. He says you couldn't breathe. He says if I'd have smoked, he says it would have set on fire. But right, he always wore a pinstripe suit with a tie and obviously a white shirt. Always a smart man, quite a tall man. Right, he says I got to 80. He says now we're happy with that. Really, he didn't have any family. He didn't have any brothers or sisters, and he was glad that Sylvia came to his funeral, and he wants to thank you for that, Sylvia, and all the other little friends that he used to have when he used to have the tea parties and stuff. And he says, thank you all for coming to my funeral. He says, I didn't want to feel alone. And he certainly wasn't. And he certainly was loved by other people, I feel. And he says, if you see them children, he says, make sure you buy them an ice cream. He says, for me. And okay, God bless you. On that note, he's pulling away now. And I'd just like to say thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Barraclough. It was a pleasure. God bless you. And on that note, he's pulled away now. And I'd just like to say thank you so much to all my supporters and friends for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching my videos on this, my journey, our journey. And keep tuning in because you never know. I might have a message for you. I just don't know what I'm going to bring through or who's going to come through. So, you know, it could be anybody. So on that note, God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. See you on the next one.